Some folks are born made to wave the flag. Ooh, they're red, white, and blue. And when the band plays Hail to the Chief, ooh, they'll point the cannon at you, Lord. It ain't me, it ain't me. I ain't no senator's son, no. It ain't me, it ain't me. I ain't no fortunate one, no. Some folks are born silver spoon in hand. Lord, don't they help themselves? But when the tax man comes to the door, Lord, the house looks like a rummage sale. It ain't me, it ain't me. I ain't no millionaire's son, no. It ain't me, it ain't me. I ain't no fortunate one, no. Some folks inherit star-spangled eyes. Oh, and they'll send you down to war. And when you ask them how much should we give, well, they'll only answer more, more. It ain't me, it ain't me. I ain't no fortunate one, no. It ain't me, it ain't me. I ain't no fortunate son, no.
Hello folks, this is Paul Larkin here, just doing a wee thing at the start. What I'm doing, I've done these before, I'll do a few round the tour to get information out here. It's basically a wee kind of podcast blog. Save writing one doing, and it only been applicable to people, on the thing. So, first of all, I want to thank certain people for the huge weekend we had last weekend with the premiere and the screening the day after. First of all, I want to thank John O'Farrell, Celtic Canvas Art, check him out on Facebook, Twitter, things like that, who done the screen for the premiere, who provided a couple of the prizes. Absolutely phenomenal, tireless worker, great commitment to the cause, and check John out on Twitter, on Facebook, or at his stall at the Parkhead Forge, where you'll see the phenomenal work that he does. He's a huge success and a huge supporter, and continues to be a great supporter, and so I want to thank John for that. I want to thank Joe Logan and Vinny at the venue, who were absolutely brilliant throughout it, and especially Joe throughout the project, supportive and nothing too much of a problem, and ensured everything went off without a hitch. I want to thank Steph O'Neill, James Wallace and Donna McWilliams for their efforts with the raffle and doing the door. Never an easy job, but they handled it admirably, especially when on the Saturday about 100 people turned up an hour early, so it always presents its own challenges, but mob always rules. I want to thank Joe Miller for doing the MC. Thought he handled it really well, and not an easy gig as well in front of some people freeze in front of that amount of people, but Joe handled it very well. And of course I want to thank everybody who came along and made it probably the best weekend of my life. So it was people always wish you well and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, you're putting the project out there for the first time and nobody's seen it, and what if everybody hates it and whatever. And I was absolutely blown away by the reaction, and as was Jad Jusser, who I also want to pay tribute to. He was my director and editor throughout this project, and it was good for him to be there and get the appreciation and see the reaction to his work. That's something that in that kind of environment he probably has never done before, so it was good for me to also see the joy that he took for that, because he deserves it. Although he was paid for what he did, he certainly wasn't paid what he should normally be paid, or would normally be paid for that kind of work. So as a friend and as a great professional guy, I want to thank Ja. And as I said, the people who came are what makes it. People laughed, they cheered, they sang, they even cried, and that was, when you're making a film, you can't really ask for much more than that. So Yeah, absolutely fantastic. And so now we move on to the tour, and next stop is Larkin on the November the 28th, which is Friday, November 28th. 8:30 onwards in the station bar in Larkin. We're having a Celtic night, so there'll be the film, there'll be a Q&A, and then there'll be music for John Mulvenna. So come along to that, all welcome. It's the first show in an island, it's only showing on the tour in the North Island. We did try and get other places, but there just wasn't the interest, and so if there's no the interest, we can't really do anything about that. We can only go where we're invited. You know, we can't set up a venue in Belfast or Derry. That's no our place. It's down to other people to say, you know, and you know, we've tried. We charge a very minimal fee. Venues make money off it. Supporters clubs are making money off it. And the knock-on effect of the film last week is that places like Carluke have already said they could have sold their night 4, 5, 6 times over. So, you know, we hope to pay it forward in this respect, and perhaps that has been misunderstood. That we're not asking for fortunes. You know, your venue only needs a screen, a laptop, and the will to actually do it. And so, you know, that's it really. And you'll see more dates being added to the tour. We're basically now solid December, January, and February. Couple of weekends availability in March, couple in May, and then that's it. We didn't have any doing from England right now. I've been actively pushing people in England right now, but again, we can only do it if the interest is there. The one place that has had a lot of interest individually has been London, and so we actually probably will put a rain night on in London, probably on February 27th, which is a Friday night in London, so that, you know, we can kind of maybe just appeal to the wider London public, and see our supporters doing there and stuff like that, and get just throwing a night in central London and see who shows up, basically. So we're kind of doing that, and you know, this the Asterisk Years was something that privately spoke about at the start, which was going to hopefully to be, you know, a snowball effect, and so that was why the, you know, book, then an audio book, then a film, and so we've tried to roll it out as best we can, and it's not been easy in that respect, because, you know, you're dealing with a lot of people who think you should be doing this, should be doing that, and we always had there was always a long, what they call a long firm, you know what I mean? It was a plan that was kind of far reaching for a while to get to this point, and that's why, you know, we wanted to get at points and arrive at them and know what we were doing when we arrived at them, and that's kind of what happened. That's why it was such a success last weekend. So please bear with us on that respect, and when we're trying to tour it, you know, wherever we go, we're, you know, open to anything really, and we will make it available for all at the end of the tour. We've made that commitment and continue to make that commitment. You know, the people who have seen it maybe will say, oh no, we should get it on DVD now and stuff like that. I said, well, that's fine, you've seen it, you know. Other people haven't, and they want to see it in that kind of environment and stuff, and want to go out there and spread the word. So, you know, that's the way, and we want to give the exclusivity to CSC so they can kind of hopefully make them sister club a few bob, and, you know, for much needed funds and stuff like that. So yeah, that's where we go. And then, of course, so as I say, Station Bar, Larkin, Friday, November 28th, 8:30 onwards, a good Celtic night. The following week, we go to Dublin, to the Badass Cafe in Temple Bar. We'll be screening the film after the Motherwell game at Fir Park. And so, again, just show up, come along. I think there's going to be a singer after that as well. Quite prominent singer, for what I remember. And yeah, that'll hopefully be another Celtic day, so we'll appeal to people in Dublin come out. Then, of course, we go to the Irvine number 1 CSC on the Saturday. I think you need to buy tickets to the venue for that one, so if you want to come along to that, please do. Then we go to Nairn on the 19th of December, and it's going to be in the Stables Bar in Nairn. On Twitter, for all the information for that, you can follow at Nairn Asterisk 14. And you'll get all the information there. And then, of course, on the 28th of December, we go to Carluke for Christmas. It's going to be 1 o'clock in the afternoon start, and there's a full day events planned there and stuff like that. So check all that out. And then, of course, after that, what I'll probably do is maybe do one of these a week to just kind of try to get information out there, because I know it's a constant struggle for us to get information out there, and this is a constantly evolving project, you know, upon which, you know, for example, we had to re-release the book this week, so that's available for lulu.com, or you can go to my website at rightgadgie.com. That's right, GADGIE.com. and all the books are there and stuff like that. We've re-released that to Christmas. We have a behind-the-scenes ebook coming out a week today. That's the 28th of November, and soundtrack, and we're doing it as a pay-as-you-want kind of thing. So whatever you think it's worth, you pay, and we'll be making a big donation to the the Edinburgh North West Food Bank, which we've already done in the past, and is also the closest food bank to where the Edinburgh establishment reside. So a little bit of poignancy there, and yeah, but as I say, I just want to thank everybody again for coming, because without the people, this project's nothing, you know. And one final thing I'd like to say is that for people asking, my son James was at the screening on the Sunday, so it was nice for him to kind of go, because he has endured stuff and threats and stuff, and like I have and stuff. And I'll also be taking him for a day out at Celtic Park tomorrow to kind of thank him, and to hopefully, because, you know, it wasn't a pleasant experience for him at all, and that's an aspect that, you know, probably I never considered when I was doing this. It's like, can throw as many pot shots at me, but then family and friends start affecting, and that's when, of course, as I said before, when you're taking on an enemy this big, that when your friends come forward that you didn't even know existed, it just warms your heart. So if you're listening to this, if you supported the project in any shape or form, you've even just said hello, shoot my hand, whatever, thank you, because you are the Duracell battery that we need in this kind of thing. And so I'll throw these out every week, updating people and stuff, 10-15 minutes. You know, if you're not interested, fine, just delete it. But if you are, you know, it'll be here, rather than kind of blog it, and often blogs get missed and stuff like that. And I might have 1 or 2 million moundsy college work anyway, so this is probably better. But yeah, so the Asterisk Years goes on, the tour goes on. Oh, and one other thing as well, I've got to do a wee video diary for the tour. Nothing fancy or whatever, just maybe give wee edited clips of things that have happened, and, you know, update people, just to try and, you know, give people, you know, a wee insight into what's going on, and keep things moving. And then, of course, as we move towards Christmas and past Carl Luke, we'll start making big focus on the shows before that, you know, in Drogheda and places like that, and also the US premiere, which is going to be massive. You know, there's work that's going on behind the scenes with that now, and, you know, the help I'm getting from people over there has been absolutely incredible. They know who they are, and you'll know who they are in due course. So once again, thank you everybody, and I shall speak to you soon.